Whenever I find a model I want to print, I don't just download and print it. I go through this checklist in my head every single time. So I figured I'd walk you guys through the process using this Ceron model as an example. So honestly, finding the print is the hardest part of this whole thing. Finding something that's going to be shelf worthy or something in your collection, is it worth the time to print it and put the effort into it? Then I asked myself, can this printer handle it? Does it fit on my build volume? Does it sit flat? Does it need different orientation? Does it look like it was designed for FDM or resin printing, right? But in this case, the Ceron bust, this one has a nice big base on it, so I don't need to rotate it. It's already a green flag for me to proceed forward. So scale, I bring in the model and it is a 1-to-1 true to size what the modeler intended to be. For this particular model, I'm going to keep it at its original scale, but you can scale it up and scale it down, and you have to adjust on the fly what you're thinking. Scaling up with it, it's going to have more time and more material. And of course, your supports, if you're adding supports, you're going to have more cleanup to do. Scaling it down, now you're going to have to look at more fragile pieces, especially on this model, the horns and the cape and stuff, things that can break. Scaling it down, then you have to look at other print settings like layer height and whatnot. So another thing I look at is adding supports. Does this particular model need me to add supports? If there's overhangs, if there's things that are going to be look like it's printing in midair, then yes. If there's angles, give or take, greater than 45 degrees, then yes, you're going to want to add supports. Now that with a organic model like this, you're going to look at more rough surfaces when those supports are cleaned up and everything. So in this particular model, I added the organic supports, the tree supports, and went with that. Then another thing, I look at color, right? Am I going to print this in a one color filament that I have? Or am I going to use my AMS system for multiple colors? Does the profile have multiple colored profiles to bring in? Do I paint it myself? All those things are a factor in when I look at every single model, how much work I want to put into it. I'm printing this model in a single color, and if I choose to paint it later, I have that option. Because honestly, if I start to mess around with the AMS, that's a lot more time. It's a lot more wasted materials for the purge and all that stuff. Do I have the filament colors on hand? Also is another major factor. So again, I might just choose to paint it later if I want to put that much work into it. Then I look at print settings. My standard is a 0.2 layer height. I cut my speeds, my default speeds on the Bambu slicer straight in half from top layer to infill to everything else. I keep the walls at 2 walls thicknesses because this particular model doesn't require a lot of strength. It just requires detail. So I want, I guess I can get away with a 0.16 layer height for this small detail. If I was scaling it up bigger, I can go 0.2. If I was scaling it down, 0.16. Again, these are things that you think about before you even hit the print button. So to reiterate on the final output, if I'm hitting print, I have already decided, is it worth my time? Is it something that I can go forward and invest the material and the time needed if I'm going to do the post work to it? And that's, again, this all takes place within minutes. This isn't a day worth of thinking about it. These are just the mental checklists that I go through every single print when I'm downloading off the internet and going through these checklists before I even commit to be like, yeah, let's go for it. So this model didn't need a lot of the changes, but I still go through my mental checklist every single time. And that's what this video is about. Just kind of tell you guys my thought process when I look at a model and I want to print it. It's not just about printing, it's about thinking before you hit print. So yeah, thank you so much. This is a little vlog video of just trying to help people through their printing process, their 3D printing process journey, as I'm going through it myself. If this helped you in any way, or if you want more, hit that like and subscribe, bell notifications, and I will see you guys on the next one.